north, in Canada, the French had developed a profitable fur trade and wanted to found a more permanent colony. Samuel de Champlain began to explore these northern woodlands in 1603, following the path of Cartier. He founded the city of Quebec and opened a trading post near Montreal. Champlain became the first European to explore the Ottawa River, Lake Ontario, and Lake Huron, and what is now Upper New York State. He was able to make these difficult journeys into unknown wilderness only with the help of friendly Ottawas, Hurons, and other natives willing to act as guides and interpreters. Champlain spent more than 30 years in his adopted homeland of Canada. Samuel de Champlain. Champlain and Hudson explored a large area of the North American coast: Greenland, Newfoundland, Canada, Quebec, Montreal, Nova Scotia, New Amsterdam, or New York, Jamestown, United States, Atlantic Ocean. The Dutch were also interested in North America, and in 1609 they sent Henry Hudson to search for a northern passage. His tiny ship, the Half Moon, with a crew of only 20, sailed the coast from Maine to Virginia. They ventured north again, first to Delaware Bay, and then up the big river that would later be named for Hudson. In 1611, on a second voyage, Hudson and his crew spent a terrible winter trapped in the icy waters of Hudson Bay. The crew mutinied and stranded Hudson and his young son, who were never seen or heard from again. Nevertheless, it was the voyages of Henry Hudson that led to the settlement of New York's Hudson Valley beginning in 1624. The discovery of the Americas was of great importance to the countries of Europe. The search for a passage to the Far East was soon overshadowed by the quest for treasure, from rich deposits of precious metals to an abundant supply of furs, fish, and timber. In time, Europeans began to see the new land as something more, a future homeland for those seeking adventure, freedom, and fortune. The small early settlements would soon give way to a much larger migration of people to the New World. Europeans were drawn by the natural wealth and vast size of the Americas. What was a boon to Europeans was a disaster for those who already called the Americas home and for those brought here by force. In South and Central America, native populations were nearly wiped out and the survivors enslaved. In North America, white settlers pushed those they called Indians westward, farther and farther from the places that had been their homes. There would come a time when there would be no place for them anywhere in America. The European settlers wanted all of the land and its resources for themselves. In the long saga of exploration in the New World, there were many failures. Most explorers never found what they were sent to find. Yet each voyage added to the growing picture of the size and shape of the new lands. The mapping of the Americas would take hundreds of years to complete, and in that time, new Americans from Europe and later from other continents would spread out to live everywhere in the New World. But the native cultures that existed in 1492 were either gone forever or reduced to mere fragments of the proud nations that once had been. The great gain of one people was the great loss of another.